Namaste, friends. My name is Amit Garg. Welcome to my channel, Vedic Astro Amit. We'll discuss the direct motion of Guru, Brihaspati, Jupiter. Jupiter has been retrograde for a while, and in Taurus, Jupiter has been in Taurus since May 2024. You would expect, wealth, abundance, and expansion because it's a combination of Jupiter and Venus, Jupiter in Taurus. But we have not seen that because either Jupiter has been retrograde or it has been trines to Ketu. So it's been under influence of Ketu ever since it entered the sign of Taurus. So that has put a sort of restriction and breaks. But now, starting February 4th, first of all, Jupiter will be direct. That means focus will be on that sign, in a sign of Taurus. Secondly, now it has gone past the degree of Ketu. So they're separating from each other. It's a very important concept. You have to understand once the planets are separating, whether they're separating or approaching. So now they're moving in the opposite direction. So they've gone past the degree of conjunction. And so now we'll see all the blessings and abundance and wealth and expansion that Jupiter promised in the sign of Taurus. So this will be a fantastic few months in terms of expansion, especially wealth. More so for certain signs, but for all signs, there will be big blessings because Jupiter affects at least 5 different signs or houses in our chart. 3 signs because of the aspects, and 2 because it's the ruler of Sagittarius and Pisces. So we'll discuss what blessings are in store for each of the 12 rising signs in the final 3 months of Jupiter's transit in the sign of Taurus. 3 more months from February 4th through May 14th. Before we begin, I just want to mention that we have lots of courses, online live courses, beginners, advanced, Muhurta, Panchanga, and you can join either Nakshatra, also Dashas. You can join either live. We begin live batches in February next month, or you can also get the pre-recorded if you prefer it that way. And if you want a deep dive in your chart, you still have to see if the promise is there in the natal chart. So for that, we need to superimpose the transits on top of natal chart. Then we see the final results. So for that, you can book a consultation again at my website, VedicAstrology.com. First of all, for Aries rising, Aries Lagna, Aries ascendant, Jupiter will be direct in your second house in the sign of Taurus. It's been there since May 2024, but now you'll see a major difference. So what's been happening is ever since Jupiter entered the sign of Taurus, it has been trines to Ketu. So if you see here, so Ketu and Jupiter are trines to each other. So you make a triangle and that shows the trine. So that means these have been under each other's influence. So there's been restriction. People have been expecting, lots of wealth and abundance, but that hasn't been the case for most people. That's because Jupiter and Ketu were approaching each other. So now they are separating from each other. And most importantly, Jupiter is direct. That means it is going to give you results of that sign and house, not of the previous sign and house. And now, so from here, Jupiter has gone past the degree of Ketu now. And so you will see all the blessings and abundance for not only these 3 houses where Jupiter aspects the second house, sixth house, and 10th house, but also Jupiter, of course, is the ruler of the 9th house and the 12th house. So basically, Jupiter is affecting 5 of the 12 houses. And now Jupiter is free and clear of the influence of Ketu. So not 100%, but still it is at least not approaching. So that means all the abundance and wealth that you'll discover will still be have this spiritual energy to it. So we'll discuss what that means. But now you'll see growth and things will start moving forward for these 5 houses at least, but definitely for the second house. So that means for Aries rising, there'll be lots of abundance and wealth and finances. At least you will have opportunities. Things will start moving in the positive direction. And especially during the first month, the month of February, Jupiter is also exchanging with Venus. And so there's a exchange between the 2 gurus, and Venus comes to the second house, which is Venus is the ruler of the second house. So that means absolutely, fantastic opportunities, expansion in the area of finances and wealth. And anyway, Jupiter is aspecting your Artha Trikona, that is the second, sixth, and the 10th house. These are connected with resources and income and money. and wealth. And so Jupiter Guru Maharaj will give you expansion, as financial expansion and wealth, and more opportunities in your career, also for your job, and also better health and better diet, more sattvic food, and another very important thing is your speech. This is the time, these 3 months, 3.5 months, for you to rise and shine and share your wisdom with the world as a big speaker. Your words will come from a very deep place. You'll come across as a very wise person, wise guru. So those are the blessings. So talk to people, even if not like speaking to 1,000 people, within your home, within your community, within your job, or with your family. Just talk. Your speech will have a lot of meaning, will have a lot of wisdom to it. So use your speech to the highest possible extent, in your career also, in your job profession also, all those. Plus, this is actually a very, very spiritual, still a very spiritual um, combination transit for you, because Jupiter is the planet of spirituality for Aries rising, because it naturally rules your ninth house and your 12th house. 12th house is moksha, and ninth house is dharma and gurus and teachers. So becoming a teacher, sharing your wisdom as a teacher, use your words. That is very powerful for Aries rising. So again, remember, so all this financial wisdom, or financial wisdom and expansion wealth that is promised here, will still needs to be ethical and spiritual and moral, because Ketu and Jupiter still trines to each other, although they've gone past each other degree. But overall, huge blessings and expansion for all of these areas of life that are being touched by Jupiter now, for these 3.5 months. So that's those are the blessings that we can expect. People have been talking for a long time. Hey, Jupiter in Taurus, where is the wealth? Where is the money? So this is now going to give us much better results. So that's for the sign of Aries, Aries Lagna, Aries rising. If you like the content, please like, share, and subscribe. And also, if you want a deep dive in your chart, so we superimpose all these transits on top of your natal chart. You can get a reading, VedicAstrology.com. If you want to learn astrology, you can join lots of courses, beginner's course, advanced course, Muhurta, Panchanga, Nakshatra, Dashas, all of those, and some of them beginning. February, we'll have the live batch starting as well. You can join on website, VedicAstrology.com. So that's for the sign of Aries. Next is Taurus rising, Taurus Lagna. So for Taurus rising, Lagna, this is what's happening. Jupiter will go direct as of February 4th. And this is absolutely fantastic. Taurus will love this. You'll have huge opportunities, because for several months, first of all, Jupiter has been retrograde. So it's not giving you results of Jupiter in the first house. It's been giving you results of Jupiter in the 12th house. Secondly, Jupiter has been under influence of Ketu, and especially in the beginning. So they were approaching each other. They were coming towards each other. So that restricts the energy of Jupiter. It sort of makes you more spiritual, gives you more spiritual wisdom rather than financial abundance, which is also promised, because Jupiter in the sign of Venus, ruled by Venus, is the sign of Taurus. So now Jupiter has gone past the degree of Ketu, first of all. So it's sort of clear, not 100%, but still there's no restrictive effect, not so much of Ketu. Secondly, now it'll be direct. So these 3.5 months will touch a lot of areas. You will see the abundance and the wisdom and the expansion of Guru in many areas of your life. Jupiter has the trinal aspect, so your Dharma Trikona is completely going to be activated. First house, fifth house, and ninth house. It has trinal aspects. And so yourself, you will be more productive, more expansive, personality development, confidence. You'll come across as a guru to other people. Your whole personality, your being, the way you carry yourself, you'll share your wisdom with the world. You'll be very, very deeply interested in spiritual aspects of life as well. But now is the time that you'll gain both material and spiritual expansion and wisdom. At the same time, better time for children, more expansion in their life, and for your actual ninth house is dharma, your path, spiritual path, and ninth house is also being a guru, teacher. So sharing your wisdom with the world is very, very powerful. It's indicated during these 3.5 months. At the same time, Jupiter is also your 8th lord and your 11th lord. So this may bring like a windfall of money. abundance, inheritance, or shared resources from other people, money from other people coming your way. Eighth Lord sitting on your Lagna, first house. At the same time, it's also the planet of money for you. 11th Lord, Jupiter, represents income for Taurus rising. It's a very, very powerful, good planet for Taurus in terms of money. And so, especially money from could be spiritual resources, spiritual endeavors. That's eighth house. But 11th house is income. So now it's all sitting in the first house, will give you more friends, better connection in the social media. It will fulfill your desires. 11th Lord going to the first house is a clear indication that your desires will be fulfilled. And material as well as financial expansion. So absolutely fantastic time for Jupiter. You, of course, look at the other transits, what's happening with Rahu, Ketu, Saturn, and of course Moon every day. But overall, these 3.5 months will give you all the financial wealth and abundance that's been promised ever since Jupiter entered the sign of Taurus in May 2024. So that's for the sign of Taurus rising. If you like the content, please like, share, and subscribe. Also, join our courses, lots of courses, beginners, advanced, nakshatras, muhurta, all of those. Join on the website VedicAstrology.com. And if you want a deep dive in your chart, we superimpose all of the transit charts on top of your natal. You can book a reading at VedicAstrology.com as well. So that's for the sign of Taurus. Next is Gemini. Gemini Lagna, Gemini rising, Gemini ascendant. So for Gemini, what's happening is Jupiter is, of course, still in your transiting through your 12th house. And from there, it has a trinal aspect on Ketu on your, so basically a Moksha Trikona is activated. Now this is pure activation. So as of February 4th, Jupiter will be direct. That means, first of all, it will give you results of the 12th house rather than the 11th house. Secondly, now Jupiter has gone past the degree of Ketu. So that means there is that restriction of Ketu is not there as much. It'll still have spiritual influence on Ketu, on Jupiter, but it'll not be like this vacuum, this suction. It sucks up the energy of the planet it is with. So all that means during these 3.5 months, you'll have more positive and expansive results related to the houses that Jupiter is touching. So Jupiter is, of course, trines to these 4th, 8th, and 12th, but it's also the ruler of your 7th house and your 10th house. So these 5 houses will see positive growth in your life. I know that's a lot, but Jupiter Guru, Brihaspati, he is blessing a lot of areas of our life if he's well placed or strong. So that means, so from now onwards, first of all, you will see more financial wealth coming in from foreign people, foreign countries, foreign projects, foreign travel. This is also a good time for foreign travel. And so you'll have these, maybe the projects might have been stuck for a while. So now they'll start moving. And secondly, this will really awaken your spiritual progress. So the Moksha Trikona, the 4th house, 8th house, and 12th, they are completely activated. So your subconscious mind will be active. You'll receive blessings from the ancestors, messages from the ancestors. Literally, you may meet gurus in a foreign country. You may receive messages from other planes of existence, astral travel, gurus from past life, or gurus from other planes of existence. That is huge, huge, huge for you. Spiritual awakening, literally. And this may also reveal a lot of secrets to you. 12th house is all the hidden things. But the bottom line is your subconscious mind is awake, but that's just not spiritual, but also financially. You will have more abundance, financial wealth, growth from unknown sources, from foreign people, from foreign cultures. And that's also your 10th Lord is going to the 12th house. That means literally in your career, there'll be a lot of gains from foreign people, foreign projects. Same thing with your relationships. Also, one-on-one partnerships will flourish more now because Jupiter is sort of free and clear. Parts at least the energy, this restricting energy of the Ketu. So better results for relationships, partnerships, and for career, and for these maybe you may buy a new home, enter a new home. Also, 8th house, you may get inheritance or other people's money, more clients, shared resources, but there will be still, deeply spiritual transformation going on. Your Moksha Trikona is completely activated. So that's the effect of Jupiter going direct in the sign of Taurus in your 12th house from February 4th to May 14th. So this is a powerful transit period for Gemini. If you like the content, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And also, if you want to learn astrology, you can join courses, VedicAstrology.com. We have several courses beginning live in the month of February. And also, if you want to deep dive in your chart, you can book a consultation at VedicAstrology.com. So that's for the rising sign of Gemini. Next is Cancer rising, Cancer Lagna, Cancer ascendant. So we are talking about Jupiter's direct motion. Jupiter has been in the sign of Taurus since May, but and so people have been expecting a lot of financial gains, huge financial wealth, especially for Cancer because it's in the 11th house of income. But a lot of people have not experienced that. Two big reasons for that. One is Jupiter has been retrograde for past several months, and now it'll be direct. It'll be focusing on your 11th house of income. Secondly, but and more importantly, Jupiter, ever since it entered the sign of Taurus in May this year, earlier this year, it has been going towards Ketu. So this direct head-on collision with Ketu. So that's been sucking all of the energy. Now Jupiter has gone past that degree. So it's sort of free and clear of this restrictive gaze or energy of Ketu. So now Jupiter can give you freely can give you results around those houses, those results. So Jupiter is trying to your third house and seventh house. So there's a trinal aspect of Jupiter. These three houses are impacted, but also Jupiter rules the sixth house and the ninth house. So these five houses out of 12 houses will feel abundance, expansion in your life for these 3.5 months. It doesn't mean you'll have, tons of huge immediate results. It just means you may set things in motion. You may start working on some projects or things that will give you results down the road in your life. So first of all, this may lead to fulfillment of desires. 11th house, you may expand your friend circle. You may have lots of friendships, and also social media, more extensive presence on social media. But the connections you make will be more spiritual, dharmic. And then also 11th house is our older siblings. So you better connection, a relationship with older siblings. Now, still understand that Ketu is still trines to Jupiter, even though they have crossed the degree. But so that means you'll still have this spiritual, effect of Ketu. Which means your desires and your social media presence and your friend circle, all of that will not be like uncontrolled expansion. It will be still with a spiritual foundation. At the same time, ninth lord going to the 11th house means gains from spiritual work. You may, if you are a teacher, guide, a coach, or even a consultant, like a management consulting stuff like that. This is great. This will bring a lot of opportunity for you to do your work, like as a consultant, as a coach. Absolutely fantastic. Same thing with the sixth house. So for the job, this will bring more opportunities, better for health. So gains in all of these areas. 11th house represents gains. And so the third house, seventh house, that means better for relationship, more wisdom in your partnerships, and also good for communication, marketing, sales, all of that. Better connection with your younger siblings, also with your friends. All of these five houses are getting huge boost as Jupiter becomes or goes direct as of February 4th. So that's for Cancer rising, Cancer Lagna, Cancer ascendant. If you like the content, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And also, if you want to learn astrology, you can join courses on my website, and you can get a reading. If you want to deep dive in your chart, you can book a reading on the website VedicAstrology.com. So that's for the sign of Cancer, Cancer Lagna. Next is Leo rising, Leo Lagna, Leo ascendant. For Leo, Jupiter has been in your 10th house since May 2024, and people have been saying we should have seen a lot of expansion and opportunities in career, but that hasn't been the case for most people. The reason being Jupiter was either retrograde, so it'll be retrograde until February 4th, or initially it was actually trines to Ketu and going towards Ketu. So they were trines to each other, and Ketu was coming retrograde, coming from Libra towards Jupiter, and Jupiter was coming towards Ketu. So Ketu was restricting all of the energy, the expansion of Jupiter. Now, Jupiter has already crossed the degree of Ketu, so they are separating from each other now. So Jupiter is sort of free a little bit, but still the spiritual influence of Ketu is still there because it is still trines to Jupiter, but it's not as restrictive. So it is pure energy of Jupiter and combined with Venus because it's the sign of Taurus. So Venus-Jupiter combination, you can say in the 10th house, you will see huge expansion and opportunities in your career, in your work. Secondly, you will also get name and fame and recognition, especially for your efforts and for your skills, which you would have been denied till now. And then you will get, in general expansion, more opportunities. It'll expand your business to the new level. And so from here, Jupiter also is trines to, your second house and your sixth house. And so the Earth Trikona is completely activated. These three houses are the Earth Trikona. So good for resources, financial resources, wealth, abundance, for your job also, for your work that you do, for speech, giving speeches, that'll be good for you. Especially Ketu there will give you this intuition. And so Jupiter Ketu combination in the second house, especially sign of Virgo, excellent for communication, for speech, for using your words to share your wisdom with everybody. And then Jupiter is also, of course, your fifth lord, and it is your eighth lord. So those things will also flourish. Some things with respect to your children and your esoteric wisdom, but also hidden wealth. This period will give you inheritance or money from other people, or if you're into finance industry, wealth management, all of that, they'll be excellent because both the second house and the eighth house are getting huge blessings of Jupiter now. It is sort of free and clear, able to give you the actual abundance and expansion and all the good results, especially with respect to your career. So that's what's happening with the Jupiter direct in Taurus for Leo rising. If you like the content, please like, share, and subscribe. And also join our courses if you want to learn astrology in a practical manner. Next is Virgo rising. Virgo rising, Jupiter is transiting through your ninth house. Now your bhagya, your luck will shine upon you. So what's been Jupiter has been in Taurus in your ninth house since May 2024, but it was being restricted by Ketu because Jupiter and Ketu both were coming towards each other. They're trines to each other. But now Jupiter has already crossed the degree of Ketu, and secondly, it has been retrograde for past few months, and as of February 4th, it'll go direct. So that means it will now give you results of the ninth house. It can focus on giving you blessings of the ninth house versus giving results of the eighth house while it was retrograde. So first of all, huge, you'll make progress in your spiritual path. You will also be associating with elevated gurus. You may yourself become a guru. You'll share wisdom with other people. You may enroll in higher studies. You may gain a lot of wisdom. You may also spend a lot of time at the temples. You may also spend a lot of time with your sangha, spiritual sangha, the spiritual brothers and sisters. And the luck will shine upon you. This will totally activate your luck. And your dharma trikona is getting activated. The first house, fifth house, and ninth house. These are all trines to Jupiter. So something to do with your children also. Huge progress, huge positive developments in their life or with their romantic relationship also, but also with yourself. So Ketu in the Lagna has been transforming your entire self since November 2023, but now they are pure energy of Jupiter. In fact, this is the combination of Jupiter and Venus because it's the sign of Taurus. So both the blessings of both the gurus on top of your ninth house and in the skies. In fact, the first month, the month of February, Venus is still going to be in Pisces, exalted there. So there's going to be exchange of Jupiter and Venus, so Parivartan Yoga. So absolutely fantastic energies of Jupiter and abundance and wealth. And at the same time, Jupiter is also your fourth lord and your seventh lord. That means something good with respect to your home, expansion in your residence, buying a new home. Same thing with your one-on-one partnerships. Your relationships will improve. And also your business partnerships will improve. Not just improve, but you get new opportunities to build, massive business partnerships. And same thing, expansion in your residence, inner happiness. That's what you'll figure find during this period. So really positive things, and this whole Jupiter in Taurus will start giving the real big results once Jupiter goes direct as of February 4th. So these 3.5 months will be fantastic for these areas of life for you, for Virgo rising. If you like the content, please like, share, and subscribe. And also, if you want to learn astrology, you can join our courses. So that's for Virgo rising. Next is Libra rising. Libra, Lagna, Libra, ascendant. For Libra, Jupiter has been in your eighth house for the last, since May 2024. But Jupiter was not able to give you results freely related to the eighth house because of two reasons. One is Jupiter and Ketu were going towards each other. They were approaching. But now Jupiter has already crossed the degree of Ketu, so they're separating from each other. But more also, another important thing is for the past few months, Jupiter has been retrograde. So it was giving you results of the seventh house instead of the eighth house, which means more abundance, more expansion, wisdom in your relationships. But now, as of February 4th, Jupiter will concentrate on giving you pure results of your eighth house. By pure, I mean the influence of Ketu will not be there as much. It'll still have trinal aspect. The Jupiter Ketu are trines to each other, so this trinal aspect will still be there, but so that means more spiritual inclination. But Jupiter will do its what the pure energy of the Guru, the Jupiter will shine through. So that means first of all abundance, wealth, like maybe windfall of money, inheritance, shared resources, wealth management, all of that. And that may come suddenly also. And Jupiter and Ketu, they're essentially they're awakening your moksha trikona, the fourth house, eighth house, and 12th house. So deeply spiritual, spiritual transformation, nothing less than that. Really, really powerful time, these 3.5 months. Go on a retreat. Ketu in the 12th is forcing, like almost telling you, compelling you to go on a retreat, go on a silent retreat or awaken your subconscious mind. So enroll in a course, study astrology, study deep esoteric sciences, energy healing, connect to the ancestors. The Moksha Trikona is completely going to give you absolutely fantastic results these 3.5 months. At the same time, Jupiter is also your third lord and the sixth lord. So good time for communication, marketing, writing, building new skills, developing skills with your hands, especially. And then also sixth house means better health. You'll develop good habits for health. Also positive developments for your job. Sixth house represents our job, and you'll also help other people in a positive way. That's sixth house. So all those positive developments will be there. And The other thing is, especially the first month, Venus is also going to be exchanging with Jupiter. Venus will be in Pisces, exalted throughout the month of February. So there is exchange with Venus and Jupiter. So that further strengthens the eighth house. So a lot of positive developments, expansion, wisdom, and good opportunities, blessings of the Guru for your eighth house and pretty much the whole Mula Trikona. I'm sorry, not Mula, the Moksha Trikona, and also your third and sixth house blessings. So those are the results for Libra rising. If you like the content, please like, share, and subscribe. And also join our courses, very in-depth, detailed, practical courses. Join on VedicAstrology.com. If you want a deep dive on your chart, you can book a consultation at VedicAstrology.com as well. So that's for Libra rising. Next is Scorpio rising, Scorpio Lagna, Scorpio ascendant. So for Scorpio, Jupiter has been in your seventh house since May 2024, but you may not have experienced those abundance and expansion and wisdom in your partnerships, in your relationships, because two reasons mainly. One is because initially Jupiter and Ketu were going towards each other. They're trines here, trines to each other. So they were coming towards each other. It was an approaching yoga. But now they're separating from each other. So they have already crossed the exact conjunction was a few months ago, but now they're separating from each other. So that's a good thing. But also since last few months, Jupiter has been retrograde. That means it was giving you results more of the sixth house than the seventh house. Now, as of February 4th, it'll be pure energy of Jupiter in your seventh house. That means huge expansion in your partnerships, in your relationships. and also wisdom. So you and your partner, both personal life and business partners, you'll work towards spiritual goals, and also abundance and wealth, because it's the sign of Taurus. So it's a pure combination of Jupiter and Venus. On top of that, Venus will also be exalted in the sign of Pisces for the first month, at least, month of February. So there'll be a Parivartan Yoga exchange between Venus and Jupiter taking place. So absolutely fantastic period. Really powerful energy, especially for Scorpio rising, all about developing partnerships and focusing on your relationship. And of course, the Kama Trikona is getting activated. That means fulfillment of desires. So lots of desires will be fulfilled. This is uh, you know, like winning a lottery in this respect. And also great time period for communication, marketing, sales, social media, reaching out to people, short distance travels. And at the same time, Jupiter is one of the planets for money for you, for Scorpio rising, the second lord and the fifth lord. So you'll have more creativity, you'll have more family wealth, abundance, and creation of wealth. And good for speech also. So all these five houses will be really positively impacted by Jupiter, giving this pure combination of the two gurus, Jupiter and Venus. And still the influence of Ketu will be there, but in a positive way, keeping things under control, more on the spiritual path. Rather than constriction, which was earlier when Jupiter and Ketu were approaching each other. So that's for the rising sign Scorpio. If you like the content, please like, share, and subscribe. And also join courses if you want to learn astrology. Um, that's on my website, VedicAstrology.com. If you want a deep dive in your chart, you can book a consultation as well, VedicAstrology.com. Next is Sagittarius rising, Sagittarius Lagna, Dhanu Lagna. For Dhanu Lagna, Jupiter has been transiting through your sixth house here. And from here, it is, of course, trines to your second house and trines to your 10th house. Uh, and sixth house represents job, first of all. So that means Jupiter should have given you all the expansion and blessings in your job. So, but a lot of people have not experienced that for two main reasons. One is Jupiter and Ketu initially, since May 2024, they were approaching each other, meaning they were coming towards each other. So that was like a head-on collision, trines to each other. So that was constricting, restricting the energy, the blessings of Jupiter, because Ketu sucks up the energy wherever it goes. Whichever planet it touches, it wants to go within. It wants to absorb all of that energy and go within. Second reason is for the past few months, Jupiter has been retrograde, so it was giving you more results of the previous sign, that is the fifth house, rather than the sixth house. But now Jupiter and Ketu are separating from each other. They've already crossed each other a few months ago, and now Jupiter will turn direct as of February 4th. So these 3.5 months, you will see the pure energy, the pure results of Jupiter and Venus, the two gurus. And on top of that, the first month of February, Venus will be exalted in Pisces, so there'll be exchange of Venus as well. So this means really good, energies in your sixth house. So this will be absolutely fantastic for your job, for profession. Secondly, to help other people, healing and health routine, taking care of your health. Absolutely fantastic. Also, you'll have a lot of wisdom to deal with the enemy. So any legal issues and stuff, instead of fighting like a warrior, you'll actually try to resolve your issues, conflicts through wisdom. You'll have a lot of wisdom. At the same time, this will create abundance for you because Jupiter is activating your Artha Trikona, the second house, sixth house, and 10th house are known as Artha Trikona. So very, very powerful energy, especially for finances, family wealth, career, 10th house. And at the same time, Jupiter is, of course, your Lagna Lord. So it's very, very important to see what the Lagna Lord is doing. So your self-development, self-improvement, self-realization. You'll also shine as a leader, as a guru. At the same time, maybe more opportunities for real estate, buying a bigger home, renovation in your home, and feeling more at ease in your home. So those areas will have a huge positive influence in your life as Jupiter goes direct on February 4th. If you like the content, please like, share, and subscribe. And also, if you want to join the courses, you can do that on VedicAstrology.com. If you want to learn astrology, we have beginner's course, advanced, Panchanga, Muhurta, Nakshatras, Dashas. All of those courses are available. You can join live as well as pre-recorded. And if you want a deep dive in your chart, you can book a consultation on the website, VedicAstrology.com as well. Thanks for your time. Then we have Capricorn, rising Capricorn Lagna. So for Capricorn, Jupiter has been transiting through your fifth house. So that means it should have been really powerful, wonderful for romantic relationships, also uh, good things in your children's life, or your connection with your children, or in the stock market, huge gains in the stock market. But a lot of people have not experienced that. A lot of Capricorn rising people. The reason being, there are two main reasons. One is since May 2024, Jupiter has been in Taurus in your fifth house, but initially it was going towards Ketu. So Ketu and Jupiter were coming towards each other. It was an approaching yoga. That means head-on collision. So that's why Ketu was restricting the energy of Jupiter. It was sucking up all the energy like a vacuum. And so, but then after that, since last few months, Jupiter has been retrograde. That means it was giving you results of the previous sign rather than that sign, that the fifth house. So now, as of February 4th, and actually since last few months, Jupiter Ketu have been separating now. But then now Jupiter will be direct as well as of February 4th. So these 3.5 months, you will see pure energy and wisdom and blessings and expansion of this energy of Jupiter in your fifth house. You can say it'll be Jupiter plus Venus combination because it's the sign of Taurus. So the two gurus will be here. Huge, huge blessing for your fifth house. Good for speculative investments. This is not a financial advice, but just indicating that energies are positive. And then also good for your children. Huge blessings in the lives of your children, both the gurus here, and really powerful time for doing creative things, massive creative projects, and also a lot of good results and blessings in terms of romantic relationships. So all those fifth house, but this is completely activating your dharma trikona. That means your spiritual path, your gurus, your higher wisdom, and your self-awareness, self-development, personality. All of those areas will shine. You'll have you'll make progress in these areas. And then, of course, Jupiter is your 12th lord and your third lord. So those areas will also shine. Better opportunities from abroad, and the subconscious mind, you can tap into that, reach out to your ancestors for blessings. And also third house, good for communication, younger siblings, and learning new skills, and marketing and sales, all of that. So be very creative in reaching out to people, short distance travels. And of course, actually all the three houses of travel, the third house, the ninth house, and 12th house are positively activated. That means absolutely fantastic for travels. The travel will bring gains, or your uh, goals will be fulfilled through travels. So that's for the Capricorn rising. If you like the content, please like, share, and subscribe. And also, um, if you want to learn astrology, join our courses, VedicAstrology.com. And if you want a deep dive in your chart, you can book a consultation at VedicAstrology.com as well. So next is Aquarius, rising Aquarius Lagna. For Aquarius, Jupiter has been transiting through your fourth house. And from fourth house, it is, of course, trines to your eighth house and your 12th house. So the Moksha Trikona. Now, Jupiter in the fourth house would have given you a bigger home, or, good energies in your home, or good things for in your mother's life. But a lot of people have not experienced that because since May 2024, initially Jupiter and Ketu were approaching each other. That means they were coming towards each other. So that's why Ketu was completely sucking up the energy of Jupiter and turning it inwards, giving you more spiritual results rather than external material results. But now they're separating from each other since last few months. But since last few months, Jupiter himself is retrograde. So that means it was giving you results of the third house. That means better for writing, publishing, journalism, marketing, connection with friends, short distance travels. But now, as of February 4th, for these 3.5 months, you will see pure energy of Jupiter in your fourth house. That means maybe a bigger home, vehicle, good for real estate, inner happiness in your home. You'll make a better environment, more spiritual environment in your home, like a temple in your home, and it'll activate the whole moksha trikona. So deeply spiritual transformation, access to the other worlds beyond three dimensions, subconscious mind will be activated, more opportunities from foreign travel as well. At the same time, Jupiter is actually the money planet for Aquarius rising because it rules the second house and it rules the 11th house. So that means lots of financial gains, lots and lots of opportunities of developing family wealth, and also better sources of income. So how to improve or increase your income, you'll see all of those ideas come into motion, or at least you'll put those into a reality and start seeing the results. All these areas will give you lots and lots of blessings. So that's for Aquarius rising. If you like the content, please like, share, and subscribe. And also um, join our courses. If you want to learn authentic, traditional, practical astrology, join at VedicAstrology.com. And if you want to deep dive in your chart, you can book a consultation at VedicAstrology.com as well. So that's for Aquarius rising. Then we have Pisces rising. Jupiter has been transiting through your third house in the sign of Taurus since May 2024. But Jupiter has not been able to give you a lot of positive blessings and results related to that house because first, initially, Jupiter and Ketu were coming towards each other. They were trines to each other. They are still trines, but they were approaching. That means degree-wise, Jupiter was going towards Ketu. Ketu was coming towards Jupiter retrograde. But now they're separating from each other, so that's good. But since last few months, Jupiter has been retrograde, so it was giving you results of the second house instead of the third house. So now with the direct motion, first of all, Jupiter is separating from Ketu and it is direct. That means giving you full results of the third house for these 3.5 months. And for the first month, especially, Jupiter will also be also be exchanging signs with Venus. Venus will be exalted in your Lagna. So very, very powerful. So the February month is absolutely off the charts for you because your Lagna Lord will come here after the exchange. But before that, you have the pure energy of two gurus, Jupiter and Venus. Of course, still the influence of Ketu is there, but that will make it more spiritual rather than constriction or restriction. So huge opportunities for writing, journalism, marketing, sales, younger siblings, neighbors, close friends, and developing new skills. Absolutely critical. If you do anything with your hands, like playing instruments, or you're a healer, use your hands for work, artist, all of that, those people will really flourish. But for everybody, this is fantastic period for learning some new skills. And people sometimes ask, if I'm a housewife or whatever, this applies to everybody, every single person. And so now also this will activate your Artha Trikona. That means desires. Your desires will be fulfilled now. Until now, they were restricted. You'll have better presence on social media, more improvement in friend circle, and at the same time, good for financial income also. And this will improve your relationships as well. That is one-on-one partnerships. Now, at the same time, Jupiter is your Lagna Lord and your 10th Lord, right? So those areas will improve. That means self-development, self-awareness, better health, more focus on who you are. You'll also come across as a guru, as a teacher, and that also will improve your career. The 10th Lord will be direct and exchange with Venus for some time, but then Jupiter Venus energy. So that means good opportunities for profession, for work, for career, and also you may actually help other people, be a mentor, and also just grow and get more recognition, and you'll be having more wisdom to do your work, your profession. So that's for the sign of Pisces. If you like the content, please like, share, and subscribe. And also join our courses, VedicAstrology.com, and book a consultation on the website. Again, thanks for watching. May we all have a wonderful, blissful transit of Margi Jupiter, that is direct Jupiter in Taurus from February 4th through May 14th. Thank you.